Why do we celebrate Christmas on December 25? The history behind the date. Have you ever wondered why we celebrate Christmas on December 25? Here's the thing. The Bible never actually tells us when Jesus was born. So why this date? Stick around, because we're about to uncover some fascinating history that might completely change how you think about Christmas. Section 1. The Biblical Mystery. First, let's address the elephant in the room. If you've read the Gospel accounts of Jesus' birth, Matthew and Luke, you'll notice something is conspicuously missing: an actual date. The shepherds were watching their flocks at night. We don't know the month. We know Jesus was born during a census, but ancient records don't pin down a specific day either. Here's what historians tell us. The earliest Christians didn't celebrate Jesus' birthday at all. For the first few hundred years, the focus was on his death and resurrection, Easter, not his birth. But as Christianity grew and became more organized, especially by the late 4th century, churches started wanting a formal date to commemorate this event. So how did they choose one? Section 2. The Pagan Connection. This is where it gets interesting. December 25 wasn't randomly selected. The Roman Empire had two major festivals happening around this time. First, there was Saturnalia, a wild celebration honoring Saturn, the Roman god of agriculture and wealth. It was basically the holiday party of the ancient world, complete with gift-giving, role reversals, and general chaos. Second, the winter solstice fell around December 21. Many ancient cultures celebrated the rebirth of the sun, the days getting longer again, which held deep spiritual significance. Now, church leaders faced a challenge. How do you get pagan communities to convert to Christianity while they're deeply attached to their traditional celebrations? The solution? Brilliant strategy, really. They positioned December 25 as a Christian alternative. Instead of celebrating a pagan god, celebrate the birth of Christ. It wasn't about replacing the date from Scripture, because Scripture didn't give one. It was about redirecting spiritual focus and providing continuity for converts. Think about it. This strategy actually worked. Over centuries, December 25 became the universally recognized date for Christmas across the Christian world. Section 3. Is this a problem? Now, some people worry, if the Bible doesn't specify December 25, is celebrating Christmas on this date somehow wrong or inauthentic? The answer is nuanced. The Bible actually doesn't forbid commemorating Christ's birth on any date. It just doesn't specify one. What matters is the purpose behind the celebration. Consider this perspective. We don't know the exact date of many historical events, but that doesn't stop us from celebrating them. What makes the celebration meaningful is what it represents and how we approach it. For Christians, December 25 became an opportunity, a set date, to pause and reflect on the incarnation of Jesus. It's a reminder of God's commitment to humanity. As the Apostle Paul wrote, when the fullness of time had come, God sent his Son. The specific date matters less than the spiritual reality it commemorates. The real question isn't about the date on the calendar. It's about whether Christmas, whenever it falls, draws us closer to understanding God's love and purpose for our lives. Section 4. Making Christmas meaningful. Here's what this history teaches us. Christmas isn't less meaningful because the exact date isn't biblical. It's meaningful because we choose to make it so. Whether you're celebrating on December 25 for religious reasons, cultural tradition, or family connection, the invitation is the same. Use this season to reflect on what really matters. For many, that's reconnecting with faith, family, and purpose. The winter season, when days are darkest, reminds us of Christ as light. And that symbolism, that's powerful, regardless of historical accuracy. So this Christmas season, don't worry about the historical debates. Instead, ask yourself, how can this time draw me closer to what I believe matters most? How can I share that with the people I love? If this video challenged your thinking about Christmas, that's great. That's what we're here for. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into history and meaning, please subscribe for more content that explores the why behind what we believe. Thanks for watching.